welcome to Ward's Farm YouTube channel. Today we're going to shoot a short video of harvesting sunflower seeds.
And so the first thing to know is you always want to wait until they're dry on the stem. And although this isn't the best example of how because they won't be this dry once they're on the stem, what we end up doing is we take these and we cut them all off the top and we put them in our greenhouse and we let them dry out. So these were harvested in late October, early November, because that's when we were done our season for our pick your owns. And we've left them in there and in this greenhouse drying for essentially the last 2 to 3 months. And now what we're going to do is we're going to show you how easy it is to actually harvest these right off the head, and then you can regrow them in the spring or fall, June. So this is our mammoth sunflowers. These are a hybrid that we've been essentially harvesting for the last 2 to 3 years. It's easy to peel these seeds out, especially the mammoths. They're real easy. You just push them out with your thumbs, and we just put them in a trash can when it comes to the mammoths, because we put a lid on this so the mice can't get to it. And as you'll see in a second, we use buckets and different things like that to trap our cut flower sunflowers. But you can literally, this one's a little bit harder, so this one takes a little bit more effort. The head has probably been in there. This was one of the heads that I think I harvested in June, July, so it's been in the greenhouse for a little bit longer, so they're a little stiffer, but you could still get them out pretty easily. And Junior wants to help us.
Alan's wearing his gloves because that one, you can get some sunflower splinters.
Yeah, and they're not fun. And we don't clean these. We use an old school plate planter to plant our seeds out in the field. If you were going to be if you're hand seeding them, you wouldn't have to clean them. If you're going to use like an easy seeder that some people use, you'd probably want to clean them, because the excess kind of like biomass will get in the way and maybe jam up the seeder. But if you're just going to if you're planting in a field and you're going to use an old school plate planter, then it has a tendency that all the junk comes to the top. If you're going to you're just hand seeding in your backyard, you can easily just take these, and actually that biomass will just decompose.
And fertilize.
Yeah, and fertilize anyway.
Now, what if someone wanted to eat these seeds? What would they do?
So these mammoths you can eat, and these are definitely edible. You just have to take them out like this. I guess put them in a bucket or a pan, and then you have to cook them. And we don't do that, so what I would suggest is
look up another video for that.
yeah. Google how to cook sunflower seeds once they're harvested. But I think it's real simple. You just put them in the oven and salt them if you want them salted, and you're good to go after that. So we'll move on to our cut sunflowers now, since she finished up, and well, I can finish this up real quick, and you can see how long it actually takes to do a big head like this, which isn't too long at all. For video's sake, I'm keeping it above the trash can, but I would suggest if you're doing something like this and you have it in a bucket, put it down in the bucket, because if not, a lot of them pop up and you'll lose a lot more than you want to lose. But one head, I mean, you could see how many seeds this head has produced. There's probably a couple thousand seeds in this head alone. So if you're planting in your backyard, you could easily harvest a head or two and probably have enough for the next year. If you're planting on a farm like we do, I harvested a couple hundred heads. So we have we probably harvested about 100 or 200,000 sunflower seeds so far. And these center ones, sometimes are a little pain in the butt to get out. We've harvested enough at this point that I'll just feed these to the birds. All right, so these are our cut sunflowers. Obviously, you can see the heads are a lot smaller. And these are actually a lot easier to...
Not this one.
No, that one's not.
It just poked me.
I did that on purpose. So these have a tendency to just slide right out, except for the ones that Alyssa picks up. You know what it is? She's not wearing the gloves. So, yeah, see, these come out really easily. You want to start somewhere in the middle, or if you feel a soft spot. Junior's helping again. Junior, nobody can see the... Nobody can see that. Hey, can you back up just a second? Thank you, sir. We'll leave that in there for everybody. But as you can see, they just fall right out. It's easier. I would definitely suggest doing it with gloves on because I have 3 splinters in my thumb right now from these guys. But they come right out.
The seeds are the splinters.
No, the seeds, not the splinters. The splinters are still on my thumbs. Oh, thank you, Junior. Junior is going to be the star of our YouTube channel because he has to be. But as you can see, they just slide right out. You just have to push a little bit harder. Sunflower seeds are pretty resilient, so it's not too big of a deal. They're not as gentle as some of the other flower seeds. You can get away with this. And just so you see, it literally just leaves almost like a pin cushion behind when it's done. And there's a bucket full of sunflowers. Here are 8 containers of sunflower seeds that we've harvested this year. These are set. This is enough or plenty for us to plant for next year. Couple 100,000 sunflower seeds here. We also have that trash can that you saw that we were emptying. We keep a lid on top of that. That's our mammoth. And we have some others left over from last year. These we'll plant next year. 2 tips that we use or would like to let you know about is make sure you use sealed container if you're going to put it anywhere that mice or some kind of little critter like that can get to, because the mice love the sunflowers, so they will get in there if they can. We use sealed containers. Obviously, some of them are a little unconventional, but they get the job done. And also, we take our old silica and things like that that come in some of our food, and we just throw them in there to keep the moisture out. So that's just 2 quick tips that I would definitely suggest for you guys.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Comment down below what kind of videos you'd like to see from us.
And make sure you also follow us on our social media. Instagram at Ward's Farm NJ and Facebook Ward's Farm. And just thank you for watching our video, and we hope to see you soon.